Welcome to fifth grade. In this introductory fifth grade math workshop, we will focus on the big ideas of math to explore and expose our fifth grade mathematicians to, as well as the top three math tools, the manipulatives and the representations that our kids will benefit from experiencing, which will provide a strong foundation for them as mathematicians for years and years to come. Whether you're an educator new to teaching fifth grade, a homeschool parent teaching your young mathematician, or an experienced fifth grade teacher, my hope is that this math workshop will provide support and guidance for you as you teach your children mathematics. Let me introduce myself if we haven't met. I'm Megan Brewer. I have over 30 years experience in education, ranging from elementary classroom teacher, mathematics coach at a Title I elementary school, mathematics curriculum specialist for a large school district, educational consultant providing professional development across the country for teachers, instructional coach for educators in various settings, and curriculum designer and editor. My belief that everyone can be a math person stems from my own journey. Initially, not identifying as mathematically inclined, I discovered my passion for math through progressive opportunities in teaching, leadership, and advanced education. My consulting work has taken me to schools nationwide, from public institutions in urban and rural communities to charter and religious schools. My academic credentials include two master's degrees, with my most recent master's degree in mathematics education from the University of Virginia, reflecting my commitment to deep subject knowledge. I now call North Carolina home, and I did attend Elon University for undergraduate studies, majoring in psychology and minoring in special education. After a recent year volunteering in kindergarten and second grade math classes at local elementary schools while working a remote position for an education and publishing company, I reconnected with my initial passion, helping students develop confidence and capabilities as mathematicians while genuinely enjoying the learning process, not to mention having lots of fun. Additionally, after traveling the country for over 14 years as a consultant, I am thrilled to have the opportunity to serve in my community. This experience inspired the creation of the Math Workshop. The Math Workshop embodies my mission to provide resources and support that helps families, teachers, and students, both locally and globally, to recognize their mathematical potential and developing a lasting appreciation for the subject. These are the five domain areas for mathematics for fifth grade: operations and algebraic thinking, number and operations in base 10, number and operations in fractions, measurement and data, and geometry. In grade 5, instructional time should focus on these critical areas: developing fluency with addition and subtraction of fractions, and developing understanding of the multiplication of fractions and of division of fractions in limited cases: unit fractions divided by whole numbers and whole numbers divided by unit fractions. Extending division to two-digit divisors, integrating decimal fractions into the place value system, and developing understanding of operations with decimals up to hundredths, and developing fluency with whole number and decimal operations, and developing understanding of volume. Now, let's examine the top three math tools that I recommend that can provide a world of difference for our students' mathematical understanding of number and lay the foundation for future mathematical connections and concepts. Fraction models. Students see the benefits of using a variety of fraction models, including fraction strips. Fraction strips, they can have their name printed on them. So that's one thing to consider. Cuisinart rods and pattern blocks and a clock do not have a pre-printed label, which is identifying the amount or the section, which allows the learner to truly make sense of the amount on the fraction. Manipulatives, especially fraction manipulatives, are effective tools for teaching fractions by providing visual and hands-on experiences that help students develop a deeper understanding of fractional concepts. These tools can make abstract fraction concepts more concrete and easier to grasp, particularly for students who benefit from visual and tactile learning, which honestly is most of us. Fraction strips. They are rectangular pieces representing different fractions, allowing students to manipulate and compare fractions. Pattern blocks. These geometric shapes can be used to explore fractions by comparing the areas of different shapes. For example, if the yellow hexagon is one whole, how much does the red trapezoid represent? It represents one half because two red trapezoids can cover a yellow hexagon exactly. Cuisinart rods. These colorful rods can be used to represent fractions and demonstrate relationships between different fractions. Measuring cups and spoons. These kitchen tools can be used to provide a real-world context for fractions, especially when measuring ingredients. Analog clocks. Analog clocks can be used to visualize fractions of an hour or of a circle. Number lines. Using number lines in fifth grade offers our students so many benefits. They help visualize numbers, especially fractions and decimals, which can seem so abstract, and their relationships, aiding in understanding operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Number lines can also facilitate comparison and ordering of numbers and can be used to solve problems involving measurement and estimation. Decimal models. For grade 5, effective decimal models include base 10 blocks, 100 grid models, and area models to visualize decimal operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Base 10 blocks. These blocks represent ones, tenths, hundredths, allowing students to physically manipulate and group decimals to understand operations. For example, a flat can represent 1, a long can represent a tenth, and a small cube can represent a hundredth. 100 grid. A 100 grid with each square representing a hundredth can be used to visualize decimal fractions and perform operations. Shading sections of the grid can represent decimals, and students can add, subtract, even multiply by shading or grouping sections. Decimal circle model is an area model used to help students visualize and understand decimal concepts, especially the relationship between fractions and decimals. It's a type of fraction circle where the whole is divided into sections to represent tenths and hundredths. My hope is that you found this Welcome to Fifth Grade workshop helpful to you in supporting you and your fifth grade students. If you want more support, I invite you to join our fifth grade math workshop community for a year of support. When joining this private community with other fifth grade educators, you will gain access to a collection of math workshops which take a deeper dive into understanding the fifth grade standards and the math tools that you will want to provide for your students. Monthly throughout the year, you will receive engaging hands-on activities, lessons, games, and more to support the fifth grade standards. You can find out more information on how to register and join our fifth grade math workshop community on our website on the resources page under the grade level.